All right, and now for the grand finale. You know, just with the amount of time that has passed by since me making these videos, I've gotten like a little nervous because I'm like, I feel like I've hyped this up so much that people are expecting like a masterpiece. I believe it's a masterpiece. I haven't even opened it up, but you can see here. It's, I think it's pretty fantastic. It's conceptual. Uh, so let's bust it open. Boom. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, this is Queen Alice. The concept of this is like a dark Alice in Wonderland. Alice being captured by the Queen uh, and being beheaded, but through whatever kind of fantastical story-based fictional means was like brought back as like a remnant and ended up killing the queen and taking over Wonderland as like the new like revenant lich queen. That was the concept. I started with that concept in mind. I wanted to do that. It's like I wanted to put Alice with a severed head and her head back on, just because I wanted to do like something throughout some of my other creations. I wanted to put that scar. You see the scar around her neck. I was like, what if I put that around somebody's neck? And then once I did that, like the whole idea came to me, and I was like, ooh, Alice, if she got her head cut off but came back as some kind of like revenant and stuff and like became the new queen. So I think just this battle worn armor really helped to sell it for me uh, and decide where I was going to go. Now you might look at this and not think like I was like, well, the broken armor is doing all the heavy lifting, right? You're like, what is it about this that made you feel like you ate with this shit? What is it? Well, for the uninformed or uninclined, all this like red, this bloody look that she has, that is not anything. There is no blood texture that is like this. This is me using stickers to make this bloody look. Like from the red on this side of her outfit here, that red that's on that white, the red that's on her body, the red that's on her face, that little infection looking thing that's there that stretches around on her back here, it looks like veins and stuff. Like that is those are branch like designs like a tree and stuff, and various other like dirt and other stickers that I put on there and paint and made it red in order to come up with this look, this bloodied look, you know, making it as like setting them up to the perfect area. Let's see if I can get in here and actually like look at them. Even like the glove, you see the red on her gloves? That's a sticker. It doesn't the gloves don't come like that. I put that there like that. So let's see. Stickers. So we got the throat sticker, or the scar that's on her neck. That's this little scar here. Uh, this thing. Look at that. This is what that is. And I don't know if you could tell just based off of the little picture right here, but it's the mountains, trees, and I use that in order to come up with this. I don't know which one this is. Oh, this one's on her face. So if I just shrink it down to size, maybe you can get a better view of what it actually looks like. Angling, like there's angling things on here that you can stress. So actually, let me just let me remove it. Remove sticker. So that was the one that's on her neck that I was messing with. Remove sticker. That's on her face. So now let me go back in and put it back in so you can see it how it looks in its default form. See, that's how it looks default. Uh, shoot. I know you can't really see it very well because of the where it is on her face. Move it down, but see, it's just it's like water ink painting of like some just landscape. Uh, and not to toot my own horn or anything, but you kind of got to get locked in. You kind of have to be locked in to creating characters to be able to come up with something like that. To be able to foresee like all, it's like when you're given these small elements, you're like, what can I do with the tools I've been given to create the image that's in my head, to create the thought and to bring a look to life. And so that's all throughout. Like this is all throughout her body. Uh, look, same things for this chest piece. Look, take it off. Look, that chest piece does not have that red and stuff. This on her skirt. See, I gave her all of this bloody look. Um, even the gloves. I think the gloves don't have a sticker, but I think the glove has pattern on it. Yeah, this little pattern. So we'll put it like that. This is a different pattern. This is this pattern on its default. You see that? And what I did was I expanded it till it's like super big. So see now it's really big, and now the two tone, you're very close up on the stripes that's going on, but you could see the kind of way it gradually fades into the other color, and then you go in and you make that a more satisfying color, a color that is working to your advantage, and gives it red. Now all of a sudden it's giving a different feeling. It's giving a dirty, filthy, bloody, dried up blood. Blood that probably didn't come from you, but your hands have touched something that was bloody type feel. You know, and you can really stretch your imagination when it comes to these types of things, and you have to when you want to pull something like that off. I'm very scared that I'm accidentally gonna save over uh, her, but I just exit so everything can pop back up. So you see that's what that is, and you take time and you sit there and you craft and you tinker and you change, and you know this blue dress that she has is like, oh, even this dress doesn't exist like this. You know how Alice in Wonderland, the Disney version, she has like this blue dress and she has like this white bib like thing on her dress. Like that dress, this dress that she's on has on, she doesn't even come like that. I put that sticker on. It's just a big square sticker, uh, which is like for in this game, it's pretty hard to make like it's always a scary thing because not a scary thing, but you can see like the little pixels. It doesn't blend nicely to the point where it can look natural. And so, but you mess around with it enough, you move it around, you angle it and stuff, and the next thing you know, you as a creator, it's staring you in the face. But then after some time, you take a look away from it, you come back to it years later, like I'm doing now, or if you're a person who doesn't even know, you just see it and you're just like, ah, You wouldn't even know that the dress didn't come like that, you know, and unless you start scrutinizing or unless you know the game enough to what all the creatable items are, what items you have to work with. And even this, like this crown, this crown looks pretty stupid on anybody, really. But it's just like if you think about it being the Queen of Hearts crown and how like exaggerated that concept usually is. Like to put it on her, it's like, yeah, that's the crown of the person that she took, and it doesn't really make her look that weird. It kind of makes her look bizarre, but it does kind of make her look bizarre in the sense that, yeah, she just took over Wonderland. Wonderland is a kind of bizarre place, so to have this very extremely dramatic looking crown that obviously would not fit well on anybody's head, uh, or isn't any like realistic for her. It's like, yeah, it works. And then just like the kind of devoid of emotion and humanity look in her eyes from the like blackened whites, which is not white. I forgot. There's a technical term for the whites of your eyes, but and then her like crimson irises. It's like she looks like a monster, and then give her the little cute heart underneath her eye, just to balance that out, to give her like this cutesy uh look while also making her look pretty scary, pretty dramatic. If I if I pointed her out and say, yeah, she killed the queen and became the new queen of Wonderland, or the new queen of Hearts, which is also the queen of Wonderland. Uh, you'd be like, I mean, actually, I don't know if the queen of Hearts is actually technically the queen of Wonderland. Uh, she's a queen of the Hearts faction in Wonderland. But who says Wonderland has to be ruled by a complete monarch? It can have subsections where sections of Wonderland are ruled by a certain monarch, or a certain monarch rules a certain type of people. But I digress. You know, this character, uh, I was just like, I was happy. I was so satisfied with it. Just playing with it. Yeah, and like I said, it took me 3 hours to do this. You probably might think it shouldn't take that long, but it's like I'm talking about from conception to inception to execution. You know, that's how long it took to think about what I wanted to do, to figure out all the pieces that would work for it, and to just overall craft it together and then tweak every little extra detail. Uh, put everything into fruition the way I wanted it, colored it. Even coming up with the whole concept for the blood. Because without the blood, I was like, I need this to feel a little bit more visceral, you know. And the once I came up with the way of doing the blood like that, it changed it. It gave it that extra intensity that I needed from it. Oh my god. Yeah, and so yeah, I like this is my favorite thing that I've made in this game. Uh, it just works. It works for me. It works for me. I love it. I love the concept. I love how it looks. This random arrow that's just through her like chest area. I want to say that's where her heart is. You'd be a bit lower to hit the heart, but that's close enough to your heart to where it would do some damage. But it was just like a empty space here, this little bare chest, and not that I needed to put something there, but I was like, I want to. I want to drive home the fact that this person is not like what you would consider alive. You know, she has a whole arrow going through her body is like damaged. Her armor is damaged. Uh, she rose up against the queen. She got her head chopped off, but she came out victorious through I don't know, some blood magic in Wonderland or something. But yeah, uh, I freaking this is like this thing was everything to me. Uh, it was one of those things that even like, the taking the picture, making the perfect picture, getting the Queen of Hearts, like that was already in the game. But it was one of those things that you're like, damn, I really ate with this thing, and it's gonna be hard for anybody to. Oh, look at even the hearts. Oh, in the Revenant voice. Oh my gosh, look at the hearts popping up when she does her attacks. Yeah.
I'll give you eternity. Dead yet?
um,
I'll paint you. Blood. Saw that. I'll give you eternity.
I'm trying to see if I could use some of her other like fire techniques. Some of them I'm doing like random stuff, but some of the way you do these things in this
No
game
problem.
are very similar to other characters' way of doing it. So I'm just kind of doing some of the more general inputs to try to activate it. I never really played as
I'll give you eternity.
what's her face Hilda that much. I think this is the only character that I have that even has this. Oh, there we go. There's one of them. Oh, yeah, the like rock paper scissors thing of this game. They're always gonna clash because the computer nature. Yeah, but that's that. Quick bottle. So yeah, that's Queen Alice, man, and that's so. Just to give you an explanation of the other character, I was doing that. I was going to, and I probably still will. I mean, I just, time passes and you kind of stop playing the games that you used to play. But this was going to be Dorothy. I was gonna go with the same kind of dark concept and do that for Dorothy, and I was gonna make the others like the Scarecrow, Tin Man, and the Lion and stuff, and kind of give them the same kind of dark redo, remake, reboot, uh, retcon, all those R words. And so this was supposed to be Dorothy, like Dorothy having killed the Wizard of Oz and becoming the new kind of uh, wizard, or she could have killed the witch. I wasn't fully like developed in what I was going to do, but like this was just the beginnings of it, and I just kind of stopped playing, moved on. Life stuff happened, just moved on and didn't come back to it. I made other characters too after I started her. I just kind of set her up just to, one of those things. Like I said, the other one took like 3 hours to do. So just conceptually trying to figure out what it's going to be. This is basically the sketch for her. So, I didn't fully finish fleshing out the details. So this is where I ended up. But that's it. I'm gonna show off some of the characters that I downloaded from other players in another video.